a New York best-selling author, Jocko Winkle, illustrated by John Bazark. A novel. Way of the American, from Whitby to War, the Navy SEAL way. Chapter 3, the beginning of summer. What's wrong? My mom asked as I sat down at the table eating breakfast. After yesterday, it was hard to even pretend to be happy. I tried. Nothing. I'm fine, I told her with a smile. Come on, Marcy, what's bothering you? What's the thing with my mom? She understands enough to know that I'm not happy. Even if I told her what was wrong, what could she do about it? He couldn't make me stronger. He couldn't make Kenny Wilson leave me alone. So what's the point of telling her what was wrong? If I did, she could say something like, well, the boy's just jealous because you're smarter than he is. You'll get stronger when you're a little older. Don't worry about what the other people say, because I know how very special you are. My mom really loved me. While I know that my mom means well here, the fact of the matter is Kenny Wilson is not jealous of me. It doesn't matter if I get stronger when I'm older. I'm weak now. And of course my mom thinks I'm special. She's my mom. So seriously, there was no point by telling my mom that was really wrong. I'm just going to miss my friend all over this summer, I told her. Ah, she answered. Well, this can make you sure get play with them a lot of this summer. Thanks, Mom, I told her, hoping that she would just leave me alone. My mom very nice, but she works a ton, and it's always at her offices and lots of time. Okay, she's trying to be nice. My dad is nice too, but he's gone most of the time traveling for a job and stuff. I'll tell you what, she added. Your Uncle Jake arrived in about an hour. Do you want to come pick him up with me? Yes, I shouted. I forgot the exact day that Uncle Jake was supposed to get her. And now I remember it was today. Yes, this is great. Okay then, she said. Clear the table and we'll head out. Guess who persisted to see Uncle Jake? This kid. After I cleaned up the table, we got into the car and headed to the airport. I was excited about Uncle Jake coming. I was also kind of nervous. He's a Navy SEAL and also a tough guy, and not tough like the guys in the movie that just act tough. Uncle Jake is the real deal. So even rude though. Probably We parked the car and headed to Trimble to pick him up. I stood there looking through the glass. There were family businessmen, college students, and a bunch of other regular-looking people arriving and walking from their plane. Then I saw him. He was walking at a steady pace right toward us. He seemed to know where he was going. He had a very serious on his face. He looked strong. He was wearing a short sleeve shirt, and his arms were big, while the other people seemed to be thinking about themselves. Other people seemed to thinking, while Uncle Jake was slowly looking around, scanning the whole area. Then he saw my mom and me, his head locked on our position. We waved. Suddenly, his serious face cracked. He let out a big smile and he waved back to us. Awesome. He walked through the door and came over us. He hugged my mom and said, "How ya doing, big sister?" Which was funny because he was lots bigger than she was. Then he looked at me, held out his hand and said, "Little man." I shook his hand. His hand was different. It was big and strong and rough. It felt like a liter. Then that skin. "Is that all ya got?" He asked. "What?" I replied. I entirely sure what he was talking about. That handshake. Is that as hard as you can squeeze? I squeezed harder. Better, said Uncle Jake. "We'll work on that." "Okay," I replied. "Cool, we're going to work with that. That means we're going to work together, so I guess we're going to do some stuff together. We can make our way over to begging claim so Uncle Jake could get his bag. He had one green army backpack on and another college duffel bag. He drew the duffel bag at the ground in front of me. "You carry that, it will make you stronger," he said, with a smile on his face. "No problem." Let's see. "No problem. You carry that, it will make you stronger," he said, with a smile on his face. "No problem," I told him, happy to be able to carry a very cool looking army bag. I picked it up. It was heavy, and I put it over my shoulder. We started to walk back to the car. Was awesome. Uncle Jake is tough, but he isn't just tough, he's also cool and nice. This is going to be the best summer ever. Chapter 4, Roommates. 我今念了 Chapter 3. Chapter 4, Roommate. Well, today was just awesome and terrible, and then I just think awesome again. Then we got home. I realized Uncle Jake was staying in my room. We're going to be roommate for a whole summer. My mom had a little fold-out guest bed that she put in my room for me. The mattress is thin and kind of comfortable. Summer. So we got all that figured out, and Uncle Jake put his stuff in some of my drawers and some other stuff in my closet. Then we went down and ate dinner. My mom asked Uncle Jake a bunch of questions of everything. He had been in the team for 8 years. He told her about a bunch of cool things he had done and that any kid would love to do, like parachuting, scuba diving, rappelling out helicopter, and blowing things into blowtorches all the time. He also talked about being in the war. He said the hard part was the missing son were carrying all the gear, being afraid. He said the hard part was sometimes when his friend got hurt or killed. After dinner, we went up there to go clear away. That's Uncle Jake to my room before it got late when things got bad. Uncle Jake asked me to do what I was doing the next day. Are you going to meet some of your friends? Go play some basketball or soccer or something? I'm not great at sport, I told him. A world famous basketball move. You don't have to be good to have fun. Well, it's not really that fun and you aren't good. I answered already. I feel like big wumps.
Like
a big wump. Okay, what about a swim? There being some place to go swimming around here, right? When he said that, I suddenly felt terrible. Here I was with my own Uncle Jake who wanted to go swimming with me. But I can't because I don't even know how to swim. I felt like I couldn't survive, and Uncle Jake suddenly welled up in my eyes and blurted out, I can't swim. What do you mean you can't swim? She asked. I mean, I can't swim.
Help!
Help! At all? He questioned me. At all. I can't swim at all. As I said all that, finally, just the tears came streaming out of my eyes. Then I told him everything that I didn't tell my mom. Everything. Not only that, but I couldn't do any pulls up. I'm probably the weakest kid in the world. In school, the tears really started coming down now. Even Drew, it was looking like a And even Drew, I was looking like a complete baby and couldn't stop myself from crying or talking. And it's not just that. I don't know my timetable yet. I'm almost 11 years old and I don't know my timetable. Okay, you know their Uncle Jake was trying to tell me, but I cut him off. I couldn't believe it, but I butted right in and started talking over him. The worst part is I got bullied almost every day. I have to do what Kenny Wilson told me to do. Who's Kenny Wilson? Asked Uncle Jake. A teacher? No, I shouted. He's another kid, a bully. All right, I get. Uncle Jake said, "Is that it?" "All right, is that it?" I get picked on by a bully, made fun of because I couldn't do any pulls-up. I don't know how to swim. What the worst can I get? I said loudly. "Good," said Uncle Jake. "Good?" What the heck is that good? It's good because every one of the problems is something that you can change. One of them. I didn't know what to say. There's complete mess flying over all my students. But Uncle Jake was so flame, it made me start off to get flame. "Look, Marcy," he said. "When I joined the Navy, I could only do 7 pulls-up. Now I can do 47. I was the great swimmer. I can swim like a fish. I also couldn't do that well in school. I got it into SEAL training. I learned how to learn and ended up great on the atom test. And finally, when I first got into SEAL team, I knew nothing about fighting, and now I can handle myself in SEAL team." "Of course you can. You're a Navy SEAL. You're missing the point. I wasn't born like this. I had to work for it. I had to learn it. I had to earn it. And what I'm telling you, instead of being a wimpy kid, you can be a warrior kid." Warrior kid? I wasn't exactly sure what that really meant, but it sounds awesome. "What's a warrior kid?" I asked. "I'll tell you about it tomorrow. You need to go to bed. I think a warrior kid is what exactly you need to become." Uncle Jake walked out to the door to downstairs and talk to my mom. Warrior kid, wow. I lay on a mattress thinking as this I drifted off to sleep. In chapter 4. Thanks for watching. Bye.